I did everything right and they indicted me.
And I don't know what the I'm doing. Antifa!
Hello, and welcome to a special Saturday daytime stream of the Katie Halper Show. We are so excited to be here with you, and I have our wonderful guest coming on. As we've been saying recently, there are so many fast-moving news stories. There is so much media bias, and we are here to provide you with extra streams to make sure that we address those things, keep people up. Also, it's kind of cool, I think, to do streams on Saturdays and Sundays because there's less stuff that's being streamed, fewer shows. So hopefully you appreciate that. And if you do appreciate that, you appreciate our weekly show and these additional streams, there's two things you should do. Definitely subscribe. Hit subscribe and then the bell so you won't miss any other additional live streams we're doing. And we will be doing those. You never know. Totally. They could be dropped right. We could drop an announcement, a couple minutes before. So you'll definitely want to subscribe. Also, please do like the stream. That's a way to help the algorithm. There's so much suppression. Obviously, when you have voices like the ones that we have on today, but every show, we will get suppressed by the powers that be, by YouTube, by X. And so you can also tweet this out or Facebook this out or Instagram it out. And if you can, we could not do the show without the support of our Patreon supporters, and you can do that at patreon.com/The Katie Halper Show. Again, that's patreon.com/The Katie Halper Show. And we will be giving you a full live stream right now. And if you're watching live, you get to see the entire thing for free. And afterwards, when you're watching, some of this may be at Patreon only, which would be, again, at patreon.com/The Katie Halper Show. If you can swing $5 a month, you get bonus content, extra interviews, extended interviews, early access, pre-tapes. If you can't, but you can do $1 a month, that is extremely helpful as well, because really, we couldn't do the show without your Patreon support. We just couldn't do it. So, we have people working on the show full time, and we have to pay them with pleasure, of course, because we live in the capitalist world system. People have rent to pay and food to buy, etc. So that is why we do the Patreon. Okay, so we are going to be speaking to two excellent guests on today's show, both people who have been on the show before, and I know how much you love them. During the second segment of today's show, we will be speaking to Moeed Pirzada, the Pakistani analyst, about the latest in Pakistan, the latest with Imran Khan, and also what happened to his house, which was mysteriously had a fire set in it. And as people remember from a few weeks ago, we spoke to someone else who was an advisor to Imran Khan, who also had a fire set in his house. He had also had acid thrown in his face. That was in the United Kingdom. And this attack on Moeed Pirzada happened in London and happened in Washington, D.C., because these are two people who have to live in exile for their own safety. All right. So without further ado, so thrilled to be welcoming back onto the show Dr. Mohammad Marandi, who is an Iranian academic and political analyst, professor of English Literature and Orientalism at the University of Tehran. Welcome back. Brad, we can't see. Oh, okay, sorry. Welcome back. Can you hear me?
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me. It's
Of
always
course.
a pleasure.
Thank you.
And your marketing is so good that if we weren't sanctioned here, I would definitely be contributing to the show.
Wow. Did you hear that, guys? We have to put that on the website. Let's see. So good that non-sanctioned Iran would lead to a support from Dr. Mohammad Marandi. Great. I hope that doesn't get me canceled now. Who knows if the Mossad is going to cut off the stream.
Oh, well, I also condemn you,
Thank you.
completely.
Okay.
But you can use both clips just in case.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah. Well, we can release both of them and see which one does better. Which one gets us more in trouble. Someone, by the way, is saying, why is this such a small image? Again, so what YouTube now does two formats. One is vertical that you can watch on your phone, and one is regular horizontal. So you may be watching the vertical one, and Brad has graciously put the correct Basically, if you go in the description, you can click on either link and it takes you to whichever one you're not currently in. Okay, so we already have, so someone says, when Mr. Dr. Marandi was living in Virginia, my family was living in Tehran. Iran is forever in my heart. So nice little swap.
Well, hopefully they'll come back and enjoy the state. There's snow on the mountains, so it's very pretty right now.
Wow. What's the Farsi equivalent of like inshallah? Is there one?
We say inshallah.
Oh, you do, inshallah. Okay.
We say inshallah, but we also can say agar khuda bekhad.
All right, I'm going to stick with inshallah because that's slightly easier for me, at least.
Okay.
Okay.
We say that also.
Great. All right. So, Dr. Marandi, there's been so much misinformation about the protests that are happening in Tehran, so much misinformation in the Western media about those. The Western media has been saying hundreds to thousands of peaceful protesters have been getting gunned down. Even some progressive leftist media spaces are reporting that uncritically, repeating that. As someone in Tehran, can you please sort out the truth from fiction, fact from fiction?
Well, now I'm also hearing, before I came on the show, I read that they're now saying that they've used chemical weapons. So in a couple of days, probably it'll be nuclear weapons, but we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. What happened basically, Katie, was that, first of all, there's nothing going on now in the country. The riots, the protests, everything, that ended a week ago. Last Saturday, it fizzled out. And since Sunday, there's been nothing. So it's been almost a week where everything's been quiet, or literally a week, because Saturday, nothing really important happened. The week before, we had a sudden fall in the Iranian currency. And the United States apparently put pressure on neighboring countries and entities to not to cooperate with Iran with regards to currency exchange. And that led to this sudden drop, 30 to 40%. I don't know the exact amount. And that led to protests the next day because business people, largely, they were protesting, and shop owners. A couple of thousand, I think, in Tehran. I don't know the numbers. And maybe a couple of thousand in other cities too, 2 or 3 other cities. But there were no arrests, there was no harassment, there was no confrontation between the police and the protesters, and the government said the protesters' concerns are legitimate, because when the rial falls, the business people don't know, should they sell goods or not. They may sell something and the price goes up when they want to purchase something new, and they could go out of business. And that sort of thing. So everything was fine. Then I'm not good with dates and numbers, but I think like at the end of the second day, maybe, we saw these infiltrations.
Please become Patreon supporters at patreon.com/The Katie Halper Show. Again, that's patreon.com/The Katie Halper Show. If you can't afford the, here it is. I was audio only and thought this was real for a minute. If you can't afford the $5 a month, that gives you all this brilliant, oh, sorry, I said brilliant because it's a brilliant movie called The Castle. If you can't afford the $5 a month supportive level of support, you can still do $1 a month, and that's $12.
To be clear, the $5, that is 25 cents per day, Monday through Friday.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
If you want to look at it that way.
Yes. But if you can't do that, you can still support the show and keep it going by becoming Patreon supporters at the $1 a month level, which is $12 a year. Patreon.com/The Katie Halper Show. I think that's about it, right? Thank you so much, Brad. Thank you so much, Fanta Miss Fanta. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Nate. And thank you to our guests and wonderful viewers. And we will see you at least next Tuesday, but we may see you before then. Bye, everyone.
I did everything right and they indicted me.
And I don't know what the I'm doing.
Antifa!